Everybody, I'm back again, and this is TV Hub Official 1, with another Malcolm in the Middle Series 1 review. This time, Series 1, Episode 7, Francis Escapes, is the one on the agenda this time, and this episode revolves mostly around how Francis escapes from Marlon Academy and finds his way to BB, his girlfriend, and how that all sorts out, how he wants to become a different person, and how love has shaped his life. That basic agenda storyline revolves around the family too. They get involved as well. He makes a lot of ongoing calls to his girlfriend, and the kids kind of help him out by giving him the password to get him to be able to call back an ID number. So the parents don't want him using all that money, but he does it anyway, and they don't agree with this much. Also in this storyline, Malcolm is helping him out, Francis out quite a lot, and he helps out a lot by just meeting up, giving him food as Francis escapes from the college, gets back to where they live, and how that all works out. I won't give too much away, but a lot happens. Dewey, one of the people here, Dewey is afraid of a monster, and he believes that Francis is a monster throughout the whole episode, so he gets a funny little bit there. Reese in this episode doesn't do much at all. Oh, not much notable saying over there. Let's just talk mainly about Francis. I really want to sort of focus down on that bit in this episode. If you could focus on anyone in this episode, it would be him. It's sort of his standout episode so far in Series 1. It's quite surprising because this episode is one that good one to revisit, I think. If you would look at Series 1 as a whole, you would probably go back to at least this one. This one has memorable character as BB. Strange, weird BB, who sort of falls in the back burner, not being too memorable actually. I take that back when I say she's memorable, she's not really. BB is the girlfriend of Francis, as I said, and she's just sort of brainless, monotonous person who comes off. She's not really caring or believing in what Francis did to their relationship that they're in. Francis believes he's like totally and utterly in love. He keeps sending her letters, and she's sort of on the side there, but she's not giving up yet. But she's like on the verge of just dumping him, and she's not believing in it anymore, and she's not really putting anything into the relationship. She's not putting any effort in. Basically, that's what she's doing. So BB is just sort of this annoying person that Malcolm comes across in the store, and he reacts with her, and that's how that works out. Basically, indeed. So the way that sort of relationship ends is with BB going and confronting Francis sort of near the end of the episode. It's sort of night time, and the parents aren't around. It's between these two, and we get this character dynamic. He believes in something that she doesn't. He thinks it's his destiny to get out of there and get with her and move to Canada with her, and he has the whole plan sorted out. And just this wild personality imagination, which is quite similar to Malcolm in such ways. And how, debatably, so you can feel their sort of family character is sort of shared among them. Francis, for me, he serves as like an older version of Malcolm, a really like ambitious person, and he dreams of making people happy in himself, and he wants just it to be all merrily, and it's not that way. So he ends up going back to Marlon Academy. He gets a lift from his dad, Hal, which is kind of funny. The two together, a bit awkward. And yeah, Lois not really being in the episode, really. They circle find a place for her in this episode, and to be honest, they didn't need really any other characters in this episode. It really focused down on BB and Francis' relationship, and also Malcolm in there too, and how he fits into the mold, and how he's trying to grasp onto every bit of opportunity he gets to be with Francis. So it's sad they don't get to have as much time as they would, but maybe, but that's sort of my theory, is that if they're with them more, they probably won't enjoy being with Francis, because these moments are special. and they're far and few between, and that's what makes them special. You know, if Francis was home all the time and being annoying and not having a job or anything, that wouldn't work out, would it? Because this whole like dynamic is based on Francis being away between the children, and it just works better that way. So I'm glad he gets to go back to school. We got Sheldon again, Stanley again this episode. Yeah, funny. I injured the thumb of Francis, so that was that. Really good. And as I said earlier on, one that you would be good to revisit. Other funny moments in this episode feature the bit with, let's think, just a lot of good stuff in there. Well, like, it's quite memorable indeed. Hal gets a funny moment at the end with Francis. As I already said, Stevie was in this episode with Malcom, and that's a kind of a funny bit there, where he says that by the time because he told Stevie what's going on with Francis, and he says by the time you tell someone about Stevie, you tell like your mother or parents or something about Malcolm's parents about Stevie, Francis will always be like 3,000 miles away in Canada. So there you go. That's this episode. Francis escapes. Francis, top notch in the episode. Focus down on him, and it works well that way. And I completely am gracious and gratified that they get to keep bringing in new cool characters, and the returning old ones as strong as ever. As always, I'll be posting these regularly on the weekends and maybe Wednesdays, so the series will be done by the end of the year. Thanks guys for watching this. Hope you subscribe, favorite and like. Comment below. Goodbye.